True life, I tried to do an install on camera and So welcome to my channel. I'm Tamara. If you're new here, my channel primarily consists of beauty, a little bit of fashion, a little bit of lifestyle. Today we're getting into a little bit of everything, a little bit of hair, makeup, outfit. So this is just a chit chat. Get ready with me to go to club living rooms. If you're just feeling sluggish and you just want to throw some makeup on just to make yourself feel better, if you're going on a little bit of a Netflix date, just hanging out with a person or a couple of people, less than 10, don't want to look like you put a ton of makeup on, this is going to be the perfect look for you. So if you're interested, just keep watching. Right, so let's get started. So this is the wig that I will be putting on today. It is from Let's Kiss. It is transparent lace. I already bleached the knots. Some of them took, some of them did not. We know there's a lace shortage right now, so the lace is not the greatest right now. But for the most part, it looks pretty good. I don't know how well you can see it. It still matches my skin pretty well. I've plucked it a little bit. When it first came in, it wasn't plucked at all, and it was like thick. I'm just kidding. It was super thick through the front, so I plucked it a little bit. Put foundation on the inside so I can match my skin tone a little bit better. That's all the information that I have about the hair. It's 18 inches, body wave. I've washed it, so like it's not super wavy anymore. You know, when you like first get hair, it's like super like wavy, bouncy, and then you wash it and the waves don't really come back. So I'm going to put this on my head here. I can put the description for the wig in the links below if you are interested. I actually got this in a small. Usually I get them in a medium and they're just like too big, which is surprising because I have a really big head. But it fits perfectly. And when it came in, it came with like an elastic band. It came with this, which I don't know, like what is this for? Like for this? But it's like velvet, so I wouldn't think that would work. I am actually going to be using the Bold Hold Liquid Gold today. I used to use the Got To Be. It just took too long for me to apply in the morning, so I just decided to try out Bold Hold Liquid Gold. It actually takes just as long to apply in the morning, but it just dries a lot faster, so like you're not going to work like wondering if your things are going to lay down appropriately or not. So if I come in just a little bit, you can see that it's like still kind of thick through here, but it doesn't look too bad. I like it. I like the hair. The hair is nice and soft, easy to run your hands through, easy to run a brush through, so I'm all for it. I mean, it's shedding a little bit though, so there's that. But to get super candid, I did not like wigs before, like at all. I prefer like a sew-in because I just like to like get up and like brush my hair out a little bit and go. My biggest thing though was working out after work. I don't like the concept of having to like take off my wig before I go into the gym. I'd rather just like go into the gym because it's already like so much effort to do that anyways. Since quarantine, I've gotten more into wigs because I work out at home and it's easy to just like pop on, pop off. It's a little bit inconvenient in the morning, but I mean, it's worked for me so far, and it's easier for you to take care of your hair too, so I like that portion. So like I said, I'm just going to speed up this video as I'm applying. I'm probably going to pluck a little bit more, pluck through more of like the part which is like partially there. So for the Bold Hold, they suggest that you do it in sections, so that's what I'm going to do. I actually have the Bold Hold edge brush, but I can't find it, of course, on the day that I'm filming, even though I've been using it for days. It has like a nice little spatula that you can just kind of like splay things, but instead I'm just going to use the end of this rat tail comb to put the glue down, and then I'm just going to do it by section. So I'm going to do this one first, just glue it down, and then go all the way through, and we're going to cut off some baby hairs. I
do it for fun, don't take it personally. I'm surprised you call me after the things I said. Skirt all niggas, skirt up all niggas, skirt down, you acting like me, acting like we wasn't more than this in my flesh. I said farewell, you took it well. A mess, I won't cry, what's the milk? Yeah, you paper towel, you know the value, you know the hour or two. I war with you. Why you bother me when you know you don't?
I'm gonna go through and just like clean this up a little bit with alcohol. As you can see, it's leaving like a huge white cast. And then I'm gonna freeze blast it a little bit because it's definitely giving, oh, your wig line is just right there. So I will be right back.
Go wherever we want, love whoever we want, it don't matter. You do whatever I want, get whatever I want, get whatever I need. It's about love, love, love. As long as we got love, as long as we got. Never gave you my number, I did it with you. Should never let you hit it, I split it with you, I regret it. You got some fetish, you got some problem, now it's a problem, oh no. Skirt on beaches, I don't know these beaches. Skirt on beaches, do it for fun, don't take it personal, baby. Love on my ladies, love to my ladies.
Why you bother me, why you bother me, why you bother me? Last time I checked, you were the one that left me.
So if you see any like extra something on my lace here, please just leave me. I tried. Please just leave me. I tried. I've never actually done it install on camera, so I was like, hey, let me try it out. And I mean, it doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look like as clean as I would like it to look. So please, if you see any type of anything on my scalp, just leave it. I tried my own. Okay, so let's get into this makeup. So I'm starting with the Fenty primer, and if you didn't watch my last video, you should. I did a full face Fenty. This is the soft silk hydration. I have dry skin. It is winter, so this just does me well. I already did my brows off camera, so if you ever want to like see how I do my brows, just like let me know. But I mean, it's usually the same each time, so I figured no one would particularly be interested. Before we get into foundation, I'm actually going to cover up those dark circles that are dreadedly always there. So I'm just putting on a little bit. So goal for today is to basically look like you tried, but you didn't try too hard. So I'm not going to do I'm probably not going to do all of my steps. I'm going to do like the basics, so just blending that out there. All right, and then I'm going in with the Rare Beauty foundation. This is my first time trying it. It's basically supposed to be like a weightless, luminous, like your skin but better type of thing. It has this like nice little dofer, which I appreciate. It makes it easier to apply all over the skin. When I went to the store to get it, I tried it in 400, and that was actually like my perfect shade, but like it was my perfect shade for now. So like it's the winter, I haven't had a ton of sun, so I would imagine that if I tried to use it any other time during the year, it just like would not work out super well. So I'm going in with a sponge today because, like I said, you don't want to look like you're trying too hard. You just want to look like put together. Like I put some effort in, but I didn't spend like 45 minutes to an hour putting on my makeup just to come hang out with you in the living room. Speaking of winter, actually, with the sun going down at like 3 p.m., I've definitely been feeling like super groggy, no energy, just kind of like going through the motions, and it sucks. I mean, I'm sure everybody's experiencing this as well, but it's like such a bummer. Essentially, I feel like you don't want to do much, which is super unfortunate. So I'm just thinking of more things that I can do to kind of get me out of that. I like this application so far. I feel like it looks good. I think I'm gonna go in with one more layer just to give me a little more coverage. So I'm sure we're all feeling this right now. So what do you guys do to get out of this like groggy, don't really feel like doing anything, feel really tired, feel like the sun has gone down at 3? So me too. As soon as I get off work, I'm going to bed at 3 because working out, who wants to do that? Doing anything that you enjoy, who wants to do that? Because the sun is gone and it's cold. I live in Minnesota, so it's cold. Maybe other places it is not cold, but currently it is cold and it is not that great. So far, I really like this foundation. I like how it wears. I think it looks really good on camera, so I'm totally here for it. Next, I'm going to go in with my Born This Way concealer in the color Maple. I'm going to do basically the one that's my skin tone because, like I said, you don't want to look like you're doing too much, so I'm not really going to do like the highlighted thing. I'm not going to put a ton on either. I just want to give myself some coverage. So I'm just doing a couple dabs on each side here, and then I'll do some on the chin and right through here, and of course on the nose. It just feels weird if I don't do it, so I go and blend that out with my Real Technique sponge once again. But I think the big things that I have been doing to kind of keep me sane during this time is, like, I started off in the beginning, like when it was super nice outside, like reading outside, listening to a little bit of Sade, a little bit of wine there to just like really like set the tone. Did a little bit of reading. I read a couple good books. I've kind of fallen off on reading because I just have a really hard time concentrating. I've obviously been doing YouTube stuff. This is keeping me super busy. And I actually watch a lot of TV, which I feel like people act like that's like a bad thing, but there's just like so many shows. Like, I enjoy scripted shows, I enjoy reality shows. A couple of shows that I really enjoyed when all this first started, like Love is Blind, which feels like that was like centuries ago. Top Boy, that one was really good. I recently started watching, I think it's called Tiny Pretty Little Things on Netflix. I'm not understanding. Maybe I just need to get into it. I've been seeing people on Twitter just like ranting and raving about it and saying how it's so good. I'm waiting to get there. I mean, I'm only on like the 3rd episode, so maybe I just need to give it more time. We'll see. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Powder in the color Honey. Like I said, if you watched my last video, which you should have watched my last video, as soon as you're done with this one, go back and check it out. I did a full face of Fenty. This is deeper than I would usually go, so it doesn't give me as much of a brightening effect, although it does still brighten. I go in under here. I'm gonna put some under my eye and then kind of under my lid as well. So we're just setting the under eye here. I love the smell of this powder. It smells like baby powder, which is probably a little bit weird, but I like it. And then I'm just gonna do a little bit. It's like old habits die hard when you're so used to doing your like full routine. And then a little bit on here as well, just a tad. And I'm just going to leave this on my nose. I'm not gonna stash my nose today because, like I said, we're going relatively chill. We're not trying to act like we're doing too much. So now I'm going in with more Fenty Beauty. I'm going in with the bronzer. I'm not going to contour today because I don't want it to look like so snatched, but I want to bring some warmth back to my face. So I'm going in with the shade Coco Naughty. Like I said last time, I didn't feel like it really showed up, so I felt like this one would be better to use instead of my usual Makeup Revolution, because that one really has a lot of coverage, and I feel like this one is a little bit lighter, so kind of more natural. Going in super light, just around the perimeter of my face, and then down into my cheek area, right under my cheek area here. I think this is a good like light bronzer if that's what you're looking for, if you're not looking to do like a ton on the face. You can like really like build it up if that's what you're looking to do, but I feel like as far as this goes, it's pretty good for the like light coverage. So that's it for the face, like so super easy. I'm not gonna do highlighter today because, like I said, we're trying to go like more chill with the makeup. So next we're gonna go into the eyes. So I'm gonna prep the eyes first with some concealer and then just blend that out there on both sides. So like I was saying, one show that was suggested to me, people were going crazy about it on Twitter. One friend in particular, you know who you are, did not follow up with me about how the show was actually going, but they told me that I should really watch Lovecraft Country. So I did, and it wasn't bad by any means, but look, I was in fear when I was watching that. I do not like scary things. The first 3 episodes, I was like, is this something that I should be watching? Do I need to just like douse myself in holy water because this is a lot? I think maybe it was like the 3rd episode, the one with the house. I'm not gonna give away too much for people that still want to watch. I literally had to pause it and I had to be like, should I continue watching this? Because it's giving me a little too much spirits, a little too much demon time. I was not here for it. but I kept watching it and honestly it wasn't that bad. I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. palette here. This is Pumpkin Pie. It's one of their bite-sized eyeshadows. So like, as you can see, the tones are super neutral. So it has like browns, a little bit of gold, a little bit of bronze. So this is perfect for like a more neutral look. So I'm going to go in with this lighter shade here and just add that to my crease. So as far as Lovecraft Country goes, it was good, but it was just like, I literally do not like scary things. Like, I think it was high school, or was it middle school? I'd like to say it's middle school, but I really think it was, high school. The last time I saw a scary movie in theaters, I went to see The Exorcism of Emily Rose with some friends in high school, and once I found out it was based on a true story, apparently based in Minnesota, it was a wrap for me. Once I got into that theater, I watched like maybe like the first like 2 minutes, and then after that I closed my eyes. I refused to watch. I was literally in that theater, I don't even know how long that movie was, but I was literally in that theater for like 2 hours with my eyes closed, turned away from the screen. I don't like scary things. I don't. So I'm going to go in, there's like no like names on these. I'm gonna go in with this more bronze shade. You can't see the brown a ton. I might deepen it up a little bit. I'm gonna go in with this like brown shade and just lightly tap it over my eye here. So there's like sparkle, but not like a ton. It's more subtle. Like I was saying, I don't like scary things. After I watched that movie, I slept on my sister's floor for days. I think I would have slept there longer, but I'm like 99% sure that she kicked me out. I might go in a little bit with my finger because I just want a little bit more. Like, it's like subtle, but maybe it's a little too subtle, or maybe it's like a good subtle. I'm just gonna see how it looks with the finger. Yeah, it gives you a little more with the finger. I always find those like glitter-ish shades, usually if you put it on your finger, it works a little bit better. I'm just gonna go back into my crease a little bit and blend this out. So very subtle, very, I did something, but not a ton. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So just putting that brown in the crease and blending it out. So like I said, I don't like scary things. I tried to avoid them. I felt a little bit fearful after I watched Lovecraft Country. Lovecraft Country, I think it's better. It's not as like, this is a lot, this is scary. I do not want to continue to watch this because I will not be able to sleep at night. It just get better. So that's my 2 cents on it. I'm curious as to what everybody else thinks about it though. Like, if you have watched it, comment down below and let me know what you thought about that show, because look, there's certain scary things that I can do, but when it comes to like things of that nature, I'm just like, that's where I clock out. That's where I clock out. I'm trying so hard to not keep adding because I'm so used to like eyes. We're doing a lot. But here we're just trying to be subtle. We're trying to be super subtle. I think I overdid that one just a little bit. I'm gonna go back in with the brown and just blend it out a little bit more, just because I did do a little too much on that side. That's it for the eyes. Something super subtle, a little bit of brown, and then like a shade that is kind of like your skin tone, or one that your skin tone will kind of like hide, so it looks like you have something on, but not a ton. Next, I'm gonna go in with mascara. We're not gonna do lashes today. I mean, you can if you want, if you have more of like a subtle lash, but I don't think I have tons of subtle lashes, so we're gonna go in with mascara, because I like the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, and I feel like it really emphasizes my eyelashes. So for the rest of you, what are you doing during this time to like get through? Are you like reading books? Are you watching shows? Are you creating different things, creating different like content, or just like photography? Like, what is essentially getting you through? And if you are reading books, like, what are some good book suggestions that you have? I would like to get back into reading more books, but my issue is I just don't like silence. That's why watching TV works so well for me, is because I can see something and hear something. If it's just like me like reading something, it's so hard for me to concentrate. So that's why I said when I was reading a book, I just have some Sade playing in the background in my headphones, just so it could just like drown out the emptiness. I just don't like silence, essentially, which is weird. All right, so mascara is on. The look is actually almost done. I think the last thing that I'm going to do is, I tried to resist the step, but I couldn't. I'm going to put on some MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder. I'm going to put some underneath my eyes, and then in the areas where I didn't put bronzer. So I'm going to go super light with this. I'm trying not to illuminate my face too much. Alright, so that is it basically for the face. So I'm just going to brush off any excess powder. Really the only excess powder that I have is on my nose. And then we're going to go in with our setting spray. I'm going to try and cover up my eyes a little bit since I just put on mascara. So that's the final look. So let's go change into like a little comfy outfit, a little cute comfy outfit. And I'll be right back. So we're just risking it all with cream today, but that's okay because it's cute. So that's all that I have for you guys today. Let me know down below what you thought about everything. Did I do too much? Did I do too little? Does it look like it's like just right, which is exactly what I'm going for. So don't forget to comment down below the things that you're doing to kind of get you through this time, what books you suggest or shows that you suggest or like podcasts that you suggest. Just let me know down below, and everybody just like interact so we all have things to do to get us through this time. Thank you so much for watching once again. Thanks for the support so far. It's been really appreciated. So I'm gonna head to my living room and sit back and enjoy a nice glass of Pinot Gris. I'm just kidding. This is Moscato. I'm a child. I like things that like taste sweet. And I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys. Good stuff.